Hi, what's up, everybody? It's the Breakfast Club. A little later in the day, Josh decided to throw me up here. Think I wasn't ready for him. I'm always ready for Josh. He thinks he's tricky. He's not that tricky. Hey, how about this? Let's bring in the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that's too sweet to be sour. Let's bring in Patty Power.
I would
What's
not
up,
have
buddy?
been ready. I would not have been ready. You picked the wrong person. Well done on that intro, actually. That was slick.
I'm always ready. You
That
can't
was
trust Josh. Anyway, I guess well bring him in too.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
I should have done the other way around. Patty was
Yeah.
drumming. Patty was drumming. You're drumming. It was so good. Damn it. And by the way, I didn't change the thing up. Damn, you got me good. I had the match preview already built up. I just have it in there. God damn it. Oh my God. It was a good intro. Patty, you should definitely steal that from him if you can. Do you even know what you said, Aaron?
Yeah,
It's recorded.
that's an old. Hey, for all the wrestling fans out there, that's an old Dusty Rhodes line.
Oh, I love
Dusty Rhodes. Yep.
No one knows.
Dusty Rhodes, and I think he stole it from somebody else too. So who knows?
Borrowed. You borrow the best.
Borrowed. Yeah, you know. Yeah.
I don't know if never sour fits. I can.
Too sweet to be sour. Not never sour. Too sweet to be sour. That's different.
Yeah, you're too sweet to be sour.
I'm too sweet to be sour.
How's everyone doing? Good to see everybody. Welsh Techie's in the house. Congratulations on your 100th, dude. Good episode you did, my friend.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Well done. Another 100 for you, for sure. How's your week going, fellas?
What did he say? Welsh Techie says, here, let me pull that up. What's that say? 1842 in South Wales. Is that like the year you were born? Is that when you were born, Welsh Tech? You that old? I mean, I knew he was old, but oof.
I know that old.
Yeah, that's pretty old.
That's not time, right? That's not the time.
Yeah, he's talking about the time. Everybody's saying what time it was. I just like messing with Welsh Techie.
You guys having a good week? What's going on? Is anything? We're not.
Yeah,
there's nothing happening, right? We didn't know.
I mean, no, nothing big in Wrexham. I don't think. Nothing big. No. Just another normal week.
Patty had said that the financials were boring. He was like, "Josh, you didn't. What's up? No deep dive? What's going?" I was like, "I'll save that for you guys." Like, you guys, no deep dive. What's going on? A Sunday, you guys gonna do a deep dive? No, Ken is literally like sharpening his pencil, so that's on you guys if you want to do that. Okay.
Yeah, I was sitting there watching your show, just waiting for a message in the background saying, "Get in here and deep dive the numbers," but nope, no message. And then he goes, "See everyone," and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. What he doesn't know is me and Patty were deep diving the whole day. back and forth. Yeah, back and forth. We were deep diving all day long.
I had to do some other work stuff, so that's partially the reason why too. And also too, you don't want me deep diving into numbers. You want me keeping it top of the line. Things are great. We're very rich. If anyone knows what that means, yeah. I don't know. Have you seen what's the movie with he switched with Ryan Reynolds and the Change Up? Is it the Change Up?
Change Up.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if I know.
Welsh. Yeah, it's great. Welsh Techie, thank you, brother, for the 10 local pundit memberships. Really much appreciated. And you're the man of the week, dude. Don't get on us. It's on you. So thank you. Appreciate it. Well, we're here to talk about the Exeter Wrexham game, but we'll do this. Sunday, Patty and Ken will do a deep dive. But Patty, go ahead. What didn't I ask you on was it Wednesday that I didn't bring in that you wanted to get off your chest for everybody? Let's give it out here before. I know it's because we can do a 3-hour show tonight. Doesn't even matter. Go ahead. What did we miss? What did I miss?
Well, if you start down that road, it will be a 3-hour show because there's nothing limited about what I need to talk to on those numbers. But no, look, just generally the numbers are great. There's a few things in there that people maybe don't understand or got missed, because I even missed some originally when they first came out, and have since kind of been corrected on it. But yeah, generally everything is pretty cool with the numbers.
Yeah, Aaron, I know you were probably hanging upside down, looking at the numbers. So you got some. Is the sun out still?
I got the sun coming through a window there.
You got to get your glasses. You're so bright, my friend. Yeah.
Well, normally that window blind's closed, and for some reason it's open at the moment. I'm about to go fix it.
Kids, man.
Give me a second. We'll fix that.
Go ahead. For me, I was looking at them. I was like, yeah, we're doing very well. And League Two numbers. I mean, I said it seems to be working. I would say seems like what we're doing is going in the right direction. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, did you get a chance to listen to the Fozcast interview?
Most of it. I haven't actually finished it. No.
I got about 45 minutes. I think I got 10 minutes left. It was pretty good.
Pretty solid stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Good insight there too. I mean, all in all, with the numbers and everything, and that was last year. I think we're doing well. I mean, I think if we go up, I say if we go up, we're going to spend some dough. We're going to spend some money.
Yeah, we probably will have to. But certainly, if you're looking at the revenues that are coming in, like last season in League Two, we've beaten out everybody in League One and potentially half of a championship squads as well. In simple revenue numbers. Now, I know our wages are high, but we've been doing such major expansions. The ladies team have now come in as well. They're getting semi-professional wages. So there's a lot of other stuff in there, and our wage bill is quite high. But I would expect this season. Well, I was going to say it slowed down, but it didn't because we got our new CEO and some other people as well. But in general, our staffing levels are probably getting to where they're going to remain pretty soon. There's not going to be much added to it. And other expenses around the club as well have now been taken on board as well. So some of those should slow down as well. So we should be able to afford increases to the team to make us stronger without getting into more debt. Because I would absolutely want and hope that they're aiming at not having much more debt in the club now that they've cleared them out. Bar obviously the COP and other major items that need financing that are CapEx expenditure, which don't really count as well in the accounts the same way. So that's not a problem. Like if you end up borrowing 20-30 million to do the COP or anything else around the club, if it has major value. But we should be self-sustaining. If you wanted to take any negative from it, a lot of the
too sweet to be sour. Here we go. It's over. Too sweet to be sour.
If you want, well, it's not a negative yet. It's a potential future negative. A lot of the income and revenues seem to be driven by the Welcome to Wrexham. So if that was to stop, which I don't expect in the next couple of years, to be honest, then that will have a significant impact on the club. Obviously, the idea would be that a lot of that income would remain because fans are moving from Welcome to Wrexham to actually being supporters of the club. But our total incomes should balance out once we remain in a league for a couple of years anyway. So we've always been talking about like your relaxing year when you just wait, you build before you move up. Every time you move up, you have expenses guaranteed. So
and bonuses, and which the 2 million or whatever, then the loss is 800,000. So all that's there.
Yeah, so that's one just off the top of the head. There is 800,000 in wages from bonuses for getting up into League One.
Better than paying taxes on it. You'd rather give it to somebody.
Yeah, and that's fine. I've no problem doing it. But out of 11 million of wages that were in the accounts, like you're not far off 10% there just from bonuses. Break that down a little bit further, you get to roughly 6 million for squad cost and about $1 million-ish for the rest of the staff, which seems maybe about correct as well. And that's growing again this year, obviously, with new players and more expense. If we get up to the championship, I would expect that 800,000 to become 1.5 million in bonuses. If we get up to the championship, But again, that's like a once-off, pretty much. Once you're in the championship, you're not going to pay that again, unless we're going up to the Prem. And surely everybody expects that's going to take at least 2-3 years minimum.
Elizabeth Jones says can only watch for 15 minutes today. Just got to go eat, popcorn. There we go. Yeah, but listen, get your popcorn in for Sunday because how many pivot tables do you have ready for that? Because I know Ken is literally sharpening his pencil, so we'll get that sorted out for Sunday. Do a deep dive. And Aaron, I know you were gonna do your thing real quick. Let me get through this super chat here. Thank you, Chris Phillips, who's getting up early tomorrow to watch for the watch along Huddersfield, Chester, Charlton. Yeah, local pundit double hover. As of right now, we're not doing it. But maybe Ken will come on early for his game day build up and do it. But we will be. I don't think we're going to be watching the game, but we will keep one eye on it. So there we go. $4.99. Thank you very much, my friend. That is a huge super chat. Thank you very much. Aaron, your thoughts briefly before we get into the game
about money.
Patting go all night. Patty pop blue pill is over.
Here's my thoughts. We're rich, bitch. We're rich.
Oh damn! Somebody's. There you go.
Listen, okay. The money that we last season in League 2, okay, we made enough money, revenue, to compete in the top half of the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, especially when you add in the TV money that you would have had if you were in the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that doesn't mean we've got the players to do that, but we had the money if we were there. So if that's the case, I think we can all assume that moving up a league, revenue should go up, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think that's a safe assumption. So we're probably making more this season. And if we go up again, fingers crossed,
when
not saying it's happening.
Fingers
crossed.
When Patty going there.
It's on him. It's on Patty. Okay. Remember last time you did this, you ended up having to buy a shirt that.
No, I've never lost.
No, never lost.
Everything I say comes true.
Yeah. Anyway, we no. If we go up again, all those revenues you would assume would go up again.
Mm-hmm.
Then you would add in the TV revenue, which I think is somewhere in the $8 million ballpark. Yeah. That's the number that I keep hearing thrown around. That's a lot of money. Now, you'll be competing against teams that will be getting parachute payments. Yeah, parachute payments out of the Premier League. But we would at least be on a competitive footing with a lot of the teams in the championship. It was way better than what we were told. I think we were told 20 million is what they said prior, or going into the League 2 season. They said they thought they were going, they were projecting about 20 million.
Yeah.
Well, they got 26 or, 26. So they outshot what they thought they were going to do, which is even better. I think it's unbelievable. Like it's unheard of. It really is like, it's not doable. I think it's only doable because of Rob and Ryan. Probably mainly Ryan. I mean, nothing against Rob, but I think Ryan's stardom and the fact that you can put his name on anything tied to Wrexham equals a lot of money for, promotional type stuff. And so that's how we end up with United on the shirt and Stoke, paying to have their name on a stadium in a country that they don't even sell their product in.
TikTok.
Yeah.
I mean,
there is one small caveat with that that maybe you would add. Everything you said is correct, and I agree we will be competitive when we get to the championship next season. But we at the moment are only spending 40% of our revenues on wages in general. With about 6 million of that being on the squad itself. Now, a lot of the teams in the championship are paying about 100% of their revenue on wages. They are massively in debt and they are losing money every single season. So yes, we can compete with them, but if we want to keep our wages in check, in line, and not be losing a ton of money, we'll have to be a little bit realistic on that. Even though the revenues are high, we don't really want to be spending 100% on the wages in order to compete with them. So that means in theory we will have to have much more revenue incoming to match them on a wage for wage basis. So we do have money, we will improve, and certainly I think we will survive.
I think it puts a lot of the doubters to bed for sure in a little bit too. I mean, and like I said, I was an econ. By the way, I was an econ major in college, and I was like, so I look at that and I'm like, oh god, okay, great. So but yes, we're doing good. And like I said, pivot tables are incoming on Sunday, right? If no pivot tables coming in, we can't do this. It's got to have big stuff right there. And Patty, where is your shirt?
They're up on my second screen already.
I know
we're not doing it tonight.
Yeah, I know.
And I have 5 different tabs up on this screen too.
I'm actually disappointed. It should be 10. It should be 10.
Wow.
And by the way, Patty will be doing Extra Time tomorrow by himself. Aaron has to play Super Dad.
No, I'm good tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm good. Starting next week.
Okay, then he's going to abandon.
I'm good tomorrow.
He's definitely abandoned. Yeah.
Okay. So your question then, if we're moving on, if we're done with this, where's my posh shirt?
Now, yes, where's your posh shirt?
I thought it had arrived today, and I posted a package.
Oh yeah, you
on
did.
Discord.
Yeah.
And I told everybody, guess what's in here? And everybody said, it's a scarf. And I said, no, it's not.
No.
And that is completely ignoring the label, which says it was a scarf.
Did you know that?
No. I said, no, it's my posh shirt. See, sometimes when they do this, they play around with names and stuff for postage to get you around taxes. Because I didn't have to pay any customs on this. It got through without being stopped. So I said, no, it's, well, whatever. Someone said, I know what it is because I got one today, which completely confused me. I'm like, what?
You know what about that? 19 seconds ago, you said you were never wrong. And you're like, no, it's the shirt. No, it's the shirt.
So I was going to keep it closed. My plan was to keep it closed and open it live.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking and wondering something's up here. So I opened it and it was a scarf. It was a Wrexham scarf.
Oh, I thought it was a half and half for a second there, Patty. For a second, I thought it was a half and half.
And it's not even a United one either. It's not like it's just a normal Wrexham scarf.
I like it.
And this is my gift for being an international member.
There you go.
Which I was expecting back in September when I ordered my international membership. But of course, being in Finland where it's cold and wet and snow, a scarf would be good when?
I mean,
before the winter?
Yeah, that
probably
makes sense.
After the winter, anyway. There's my scarf ready for next winter. So I don't have a posh shirt at the moment, and it's still coming over here, and I've been waiting 2 weeks for it.
You know what we should do? I think we said this the other day. Just get a white T-shirt and just put posh on the front.
Posh.
And then you have your shirt. Then you don't have to do it. It's all good. I get it. By the way, Stephanie was cooking dinner and she hopped in. Good to see you. She just messaged me. She's like, I was cooking dinner. Why is this happening? But the econ degree is hurting her head there too. But if anyone has any suggestions how Patty should do posh on his white T-shirt, let's just do it right now. I mean, we don't have to wait, Patty, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Let's put it do it like in the Hulk Hogan letters and do like Poshamania.
Yeah.
Poshamania.
Well, see, I think somebody in the retail department came up with a brilliant idea and said, don't send out any gifts at the start of the season. We will send out whatever's left over from the merchandise at the end of the season as the gifts. So everybody ended up with scarves, and maybe half the people are going to end up with mugs or whatever else is lying around that they don't want anymore.
What's on sale? Whatever's on sale, send it to them. So, that's on sale. Wellsec says pish posh. There you go. I love it. CR is in here. What's going on? How are you? All right. What else do you have here? Oh, so Scott says I'll have to have another chat with the Evertonian. I thought it was something to do with scarf. So he's got no shirt at this point. He's got no shirt.
Not yet.
Not sure. No. But
I have an email that says it's coming soon.
Yeah. Tracking number. If it never comes.
No tracking number.
Yeah. No tracking number. The free hat was got we got last. They got free hats last week, so no hat for you. But yeah, I got to say, listen, I know.
Are you sure it's a hat?
Do I?
No. I mean, is everybody sure their hats? Are they not like a warm up for something else?
Oh yeah, well, speaking of, if he's bringing that up, I want to put this up because this actually made me laugh today. We're talking about that last game. I'll do it over here. This made me really laugh. I want to make you might enjoy it if we're bringing up the last game real quick. I know we're jumping around a bit here. It is a preview show, I promise you, at some point. But hey, you know what? When the cat's away, I saw the Wrexham penalty. You know, and this isn't me having a go at Wrexham or whatever else. You know what I mean? Like, look, I want
it is
of our league. Yeah. You know, I just I'm sorry, just killing the call. I thought, you know, that's probably one of the worst things I've seen in football for a long time. I watched it, you know, it's not a penalty. You know, the players pushed in the back. Yeah. You know, and then, you know, the referee, he's given a corner. You got a corner, you get on with it. And then to suddenly, I think it took 3-4 minutes and the linesman changed his mind.
Yeah, it was the cleans. Like the cleans between the corners. He's in the ready to take the corner, just having to go at the linesman, and suddenly it didn't look good. It didn't look good. So yeah, that was I don't know what the hell was going on there. I'm sure Stockport, that was a big promotion game. Well, right. I mean, seasons turn on decisions like that. You can't give a penalty for that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How would the VAR in the Premier League forget a handball? They would look at the push. Yeah, they would look at the push. He's pushed him as he's tried to head it back across. Do you know what I mean? So it would be disallowed. There's no way that would be given. I don't know who that guy is, but
that's the owner. That's the owner of Posh. That's the Posh owner.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Darren McAnthony.
Yeah,
Darren McAnthony.
Darren McAnthony. He's an asshole.
To be fair, I think there is an argument. What he's saying has got merit. Like there was a push. You could. There was for that one. Like there was, but. The other one was Stonewall penalty.
Yeah, but the issue is like they're two separate things, which is the push, okay, and then there is the handball.
Right.
Now, if the referee,
yeah.
So if the referees are not giving the push, which maybe they should, maybe they shouldn't. They fuck this stuff up all the time. Allegedly. Then it's no longer an issue. Mm-hmm. Once they have decided they're not giving the push, then it becomes: is it a handball? Yes, it was a handball.
Yeah, I love it. But the best line about the whole thing, Patty, was I just want to get promoted out of our league. Well, thank you very much. We'll do that ourselves. It's like awesome. There we go. Well done.
That's what everybody was saying at the end of last season too.
Yeah.
Well, it's starting to become more of a narrative now. I've heard it a few times where people are saying they just want to get the Birmingham and Wrexham out of the league, the money bags teams, and next year we'll have a fair league.
Well, the champions elect are here, by the way, just so you know. They are here.
Well, it's okay. Wait till Luton comes down next year and they still have their
I know.
And they still have their final parachute payment coming in of like 20 million or whatever it is.
Yeah.
No, it'll be their second. It'll be their second parachute payment.
But they only get two, I think, if they're only done up to 1 year.
Is it 2 or 3? I thought is it just 2 if it's
it's a different rule if you go up and down in 1 year, you get less.
Okay.
And I'll put this in there too. So I'll put this out there too. Manchester City has not come down with what's going to happen with them. Maybe they're going to get relegated.
That'd be fantastic.
I would.
Fantastic.
I'm so here for it.
Now, right. I had a marketing thought on this.
Oh
right?
Shit! Go, Daddy. Do you want to put this out to the world? Or do you want to keep it to yourself? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let them do it. If they want to steal it, go for it. Right. I actually think the better thing to do would be to look at how many points. How many points does it take to survive?
40. 40 is the number. Yeah.
Okay, and how much do the top 2 teams normally score? The Prem, 90?
80 to 95. Yeah.
95. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is you need to take about 60 points off them next season. So you let them stay in the league, and you give them a 60-point deduction, which means they almost need to have a record-setting season to avoid relegation. So the entire season, every single match is important, right? And
I like that.
and there's like a 90% chance, 95% chance that they're going to go down because they're going to be struggling all season to get back all these points. Right?
Yeah.
So the viewership is going to go through the roof to watch
great.
these matches. And then ultimately what you want is you want them to get relegated down to the championship. And then of course they'll have a season down there and we'll be playing them the year after when we're a little bit more
after we get our stuff together, and then
yes.
we're like,
after we've had our first season, we're safe, we've avoided relegation, we know where we are, we upgrade our players again, and then we have Man City in our league.
Is Parky still our man? So I don't know. Is Parky still our manager?
Yeah, if we keep winning.
It depends on next season. He's going to get the first season, and it really depends on how badly we struggle or not.
I think, and now I don't think he gets the first season no matter what. I think if we get to January and we're in the relegation zone, they might move on. I don't think I think they'll do whatever it takes to try to stay in the league. I'm not out Parky out guy. I want Parky to succeed. I want us to go up there and just kick ass with Parky. That'd be great.
And
just to shut the haters up.
You want to kick ass and take names or just kick ass?
Both, whatever,
Wow,
take names, kick names, take ass, whatever, we do all that. Any way you want to word that. But yeah, I think, I don't know if they'll risk it. Like if we're getting hammered, I could see him making a change. I don't, but because staying in the championship will be the goal, I would say. And if they spend the money if they spend the money we think they will, they'll be expecting to stay in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm sure they'll make that decision just pre-Christmas, like a lot of the teams do. Yeah. Because they'll want at least a couple of weeks pre-January window for a manager to come in, start assessing players, and get an idea of who he wants in his team and who maybe he wants to sideline.
Well, Hump said they'll quadruple their wage bill, which hey, great. We'll probably lose.
We've got the money to do it. So
allegedly, want to know why? Because we're rich.
We're rich, bitch.
There you go. There you go. Should we talk about the game tomorrow? We come back to this too. We can come back to it. It's a match preview show, but we can come back to it.
Yeah, let's talk about the game.
No, talk about the game. Yeah. So I'm a little nervous about this game. Am I the only one? Or no?
I'm nervous about everything right now.
Okay.
I was like this last season too, because it's like you're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's like everything means
the light.
So I was so nervous. Listen to this. I was so nervous that I went and worked out a bunch of stuff today. Like I went through and did a bunch of notes and was like counting points and how our run-in could look. And then I shared it with Patty, only for Patty to say, only for Patty to say that he had already done it and he has a table for it and he posted it in the Discord and I just missed it. So I spent like an hour at work today, like for nothing.
Patty, go ahead. I knew you got something. He's been, I told you.
No, that's the wrong one.
John Merrill. By the way, John Merrill's not even nervous about our game. I'm the handicap here. There you go. But go ahead. You got it or no? Or is that
no? That's the wrong one. So, but it's the one I showed the last 2 weeks.
Hey, listen. Here's the thing. Not to sound alarm bells, but John Merrill, we're only 9 points behind you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They're just saying.
Yeah.
Are they on the beach already?
I mean,
yeah, pretty much.
They're suntan. They're just oiling up right now, just laying out. It goes. Stansfield's gonna put his feet up.
Yeah. What we need to be looking at is 4 points from every 2 matches.
Yep.
Win and a draw.
Yep.
Keep that, and we're good.
So they're in, but. Okay, I'm not this guy. I'm just nervous because I'm not going to. Exeter are there in 16th. They've won 2 out of the last 6, 4 draws there. There you go. We did beat them 3-0 last time.
All right, let me make you feel a little better about Exeter.
Can you do that?
Yes. They have, they're unbeaten in their last 6 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But let me go through that 6. So they drew with Lincoln. They drew with Rotherham. They beat Mansfield. They beat Shrewsbury. They drew with Reading. They drew with Northampton, and they got beat by Charlton. They've not done any of that against the teams at the high end of the division. So yes, they've had a decent little run. I'd say their best result out of that was a draw with Reading.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not.
John says I stopped looking at it.
I would have too, John, to be fair. Let's put it to John's so bored with the season and he's become a Wrexham fan to just keep excited.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so to make you feel better about Exeter, yes, they've been on decent form lately, but they're playing teams that aren't necessarily the greatest. So no, I'm not so nervous about. I am nervous about the game just because it is important. It's a very important game.
Yeah.
But I think, there's a reason we beat them 3-0 the first time, and I think we should do it again.
I already. Who scored? I already screwed it. I already put it up there. Palmer scored in that game. Palmer scored in that game, guys. We're up 2-0 at halftime.
That tells you all you need to know. Palmer scored.
Palmer scored.
That's like if Palmer scores. If Palmer scores, does that equal like a Smith hat trick? Like if Palmer gets one, surely that's like Smith hat trick, right?
Well, I hope so. Or those are the stuff. We did give up the ball. We're a different team now, obviously, but kind of doesn't matter. Let's. I don't know, Patty. You nervous at all?
Very surprisingly, no. Which I don't like, because these are the matches I am usually very, very nervous for. But I don't know if it's a recent away form or if I'm just being stupidly positive for the remainder of the 8 matches.
Which is
so far, no. I think I'll be nervous tomorrow. I'll probably be a bit nervous when it starts tomorrow, but at the moment, surprisingly not.
Here's why I'm not nervous about the Cambridge game. Cambridge, who is literally in the dirt, are like, if they do the F and double on us, I'll lose my I'll lose my shit. By the way, the malarkey of me, I get it. I understand. Come on now. There's no way. But shit happens. Shit happens. I think we will win. I want to be at like the 95th minute. I'm like, and on that bombshell, pass it over to Patty. And after that 4-0 victory, boom, boom. That's what I want to be doing right now. If I can close my eyes and do that right now, can we do that? Can I do that?
I'm good with that.
Okay.
But you know what? If we have a really big result like that, no one will turn up to extra time.
I know.
Nobody comes to talk to me when it's good.
Yeah, it's only when it's bad, right? It's only when
when it's bad, and then they complain in chat that I'm too negative.
Oh, if we lose tomorrow, it'll be world is ending. Everybody will be calling in and telling us how bad it'll be unbelievable.
Okay, but do you know what though? Here's that weird thing where you want it to be in your own hands. However, if we lose
the game,
and we lose the game tomorrow,
in your own hands.
Yeah.
Forget it. I was being right.
Right. If we lose tomorrow and Wickham lose, and Charlton lose, no one gives a crap. It's all good for us.
Yeah.
It's another 3 points they can't get.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're damn right. Sean DC says, smack that like button. Yes, thank you all very much. Yeah, please like and subscribe and share out. By the way, we are trying to get to 2,000. We're going to do this. I know we are by the end of the season. There you go. And don't leave Patty hanging whether win, lose, or draw tomorrow on the Extra Time, too. And Ken's going to be doing that build-up show with his fantastic hair. So just FYI, just throwing that too. Michael Pierce is waking up. Hi, Michael Pierce. What's going on? And Bruce says, I have a Wrexham logger waiting for Wrexham hat to wear with a new headphones. So, Bruce, you're going to call in tomorrow, no matter what. There you go. There you go. So Exeter, what do we have to look at? Where are the danger folks on there? I'm trying to. What happened? What did I miss?
I was just chat laughing at
the financials. Go ahead. Which one are you laughing? The financials.
I was laughing at Hip Karma.
Hip Karma. How you doing, Hip Karma? Good to see you.
107.
There's no routine. I just shaved. Annie doesn't like the goatee. She says I look creepy, so I couldn't shave the goatee. So I just shaved. So there you go. Okay, there you go. Plymouth County says we'll be fine. Thank you, Josh. Okay, great. Anyone we're looking at tomorrow that we need to be a danger? Who's the danger? Triangles. Who are they? What's going on? What are we looking at? Anyone tomorrow we need to look out for? I had the FOT mop up in anticipation.
I mean, really, I think
not really.
Defenders are their best players. Hartridge probably.
What about McGinnis?
Yeah, I mean, he scored 5 goals, 3 assists. He's got a 6 point. Yeah, there you go. You've got it pulled up.
Yeah.
I mean, they're.
Yeah, don't. Aaron, don't. Come on.
Man. I don't know who to pick out. To be honest, like there's no standouts. What about Mitchell? Mitchell. I mean, he's
all right. Mitchell. There you go. This guy looks. It's like this is the worst money ball ever. There.
No, hang on. Well, I'll tell you what it means. What it means is if we do lose tomorrow, we got beaten by a shit team.
Yes.
Sorry. That's what it means. There isn't really anyone in particular to worry about. The team is not someone to worry about. But anybody can beat anybody in this league. We know this.
Yeah.
Shrewsbury have beaten Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they have a chance of doing.
They're the only team. They're the only team that beat us and Birmingham, I think.
And they lost their
and they have a shot of doing the double on Birmingham tomorrow.
There you go.
It could happen. And then we'll only be 6. If we win, we'll be 6 points behind them.
Boy, John Merrill will be shaking in his boots.
John Merrill will be just super wedging himself. Oh my God, I don't know. By the way, Michael Pierce says he hasn't seen a show in a long time. He works too much and live at all. Well, welcome back, Michael. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah. And good to have you. And John Merrill did some counter. Exeter had a decent winger, but sold him in January. I think goalkeeper is probably the best player they have on. Dimitri Mitchell. I've seen him around. Where did he play? He played at Manchester United. That's what I know. Yeah, he played at Manchester United. There you go. Yeah, he was an academy player. That's why I know. So there you go. You picked out one guy that's good.
One guy on his own is not going to keep goals out of that net. Don't care how good the keeper is.
I know you're right. Well, on our side of things, I can go to some. I'm going to make Aaron have a good day here. There you go, my friend, Aaron.
Hey, I've been keeping my mouth shut, but I saw somebody. I got real excited. I almost took a picture just to post it like in the Discord, and I forgot, to be honest. Somebody posted. I don't remember what the post was. Somebody posted something about player of the season. And somebody said, Owen O'Connell's. And I was like, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only crazy son of a bitch. I actually don't believe that. I don't think he's a player of the season. But I think he's been very solid this season. So, yes, he's had a few issues, a few big mistakes that were obvious to see. But other than that, he's been very solid.
Do you want me to give you the Parkinson quotes and then so you can just stay grounded, or you want to? I don't. So
go ahead. I wrote it.
O'Connell. He was absolutely brilliant. This is against Stockport. Strong in the air, which he had to be. He was calm in possession. He stepped into things, particularly in the second half. He showed good leadership qualities because Max and Brunty on him are quite young, and he's got a young goalkeeper, AO, behind him. He's experienced, and Matty James in front of him were brilliant. I mean, that's what your manager is talking about him too. I mean, I think he likes him.
Yeah, I mean,
he does. Yeah. We'd be foolish to have him as our number one next season, though.
Yeah,
in championship, obviously.
Yeah,
it's different if we stay here.
Yeah, I'd love a beast. I would love a beast, like an absolute. I thought that would be Scar, but he's played well. I thought he has had a good game, but he's been solid for us for sure. I like it. So you can't fight with it too. But Parkinson went on to say, Parkinson did go on to say these are the chats on the BBC today. He said we're in good shape. There's a good understanding of what is required within the group, and everyone's pulling together, said Parkinson ahead of the game. We're ready with the big 8 games coming up. The lads are in good shape. They just repeated that. Exeter Challenge is another interesting one, added Phil Parkinson. They've had an upturn in form recently, but we got down there. We will go down there in literally good spirits. They had a period where they're getting drawn into a relegation battle. The recent form has given it a bit of breathing space. I mean, he's given him. It doesn't sound like he's afraid either. But I mean, that's just me not reading into it. But I mean, if you guys blow this tomorrow, I'm the only one that's nervous. That's it. I'm the only one.
No, I said I'm nervous. I'm nervous for the whole season, though. I'm not nervous because of Exeter. I'm nervous because it's such an important game.
Close, yeah.
I don't care who we were playing tomorrow. I don't care if we were playing the Sisters of the Blind Mothers, St. Francis Church, backyard team. I would be nervous because of what we got going on. I'm nervous, but it's doable.
Yeah, Chris is nervous as F. And then Lexi says, "Does Patty have numbers on what anyone needs to do, or is it too soon?" Oh, he's got
numbers upon numbers upon numbers.
His nickname is Number. There you go.
Will I bring that sheet back up again, or are people tired of seeing it? No, I'll get the correct one.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds and I'll find it. And I'll bring it in.
I'll dance. We dance. We shoot the rehearsal, as you know. There we go. Aaron, as we're here, what do you think the lineup will be? Unchanged 18, unchanged 11?
I'd be surprised if anything was changed unless there's a injury issue.
Yeah.
Because we've had a full week off. We didn't have a midweek game. Yeah. Maybe he could potentially change something looking forward to Tuesday. Maybe he thinks but I'd say he'd probably make the changes on Tuesday instead of tomorrow. But I don't know. I can't see anything major.
What do you make of the Dobson stuff?
As far as being in, just playing through things? I don't. If he feels like he can go, let him go. My thing is, you've got 8 games left. Okay. Mm-hmm. So if we were 8 games into the season and you had the whole season left, okay, maybe you err on the side of caution, right? Mm-hmm. There's 8 games left and we're in a promotion race. If he feels like he can go and the trainer says he can go, he can go. Yeah. Play. You know what I mean? I think now is the time to take those types of risks. I think if we don't think it's something that he can make worse and everybody feels confident that he can do it, we should go play.
Metal analyzed the training video. He said he knows who the lineup is. And he said, he also told me, I told you 3 weeks ago that Palmer and Mullen weren't training with them. They were training with the kids. I don't know. Maybe they just weren't out there. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole video, but he said the training video shows what the lineup will be tomorrow. It's going to be an unchanged 11. Literally unchanged 11.
I did. Go ahead. At some point, I've got something on our formation I was discussing with Patty today.
Yeah. Parky did this last season as well. Let's not forget when we kind of came into the last 8 matches, he stuck with the same team unless someone was injured. That was it. He got to that point of the season and he said, that's it. No more changing, no more. This is the team until someone's not available. Yeah, so this is not surprising at all.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I still think at one point, I would hold on to this. At one point, Moles or Palmer will do something in one of these 8 games. I don't know what it'll be. I'm just putting it out there. Maybe I'm trying to write my own script and it's all, the B side, whatever the hell it is. I don't know. That said, he's going to play the same 11. He's going to ride it till the end of the season, 100%. I totally agree with you. And I'm fine with that. If it's working, great. Be the 1-0 Kings, awesome. Wear the badge of honor. Now, granted, there you go. I'll do that. Watchtech, he says they're all in on the bids. Mary's here, says, hey, everyone, I just want J-Rod to get another goal tomorrow. He's hungry for it. Yeah, let's hope. But go ahead. You got that thing coming up?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so this is the graphic I pulled up last week and the week before. This is the run-in from now till the end of the season. The grey squares are where someone doesn't have a game. So on this graphic, we've already played the first row. We beat Stockport, and then Charlton and Stockport lost their matches. Next up then is Exeter, Lincoln, Huddersfield, and Burton for the teams that are important. And on this graphic, if it's in green, then the reverse fixture that we had at the start of the season, that's the result. So they won in that fixture. If it's red, they lost. If it's yellow, it was a draw. And now basically just taking the same reverse fixtures from earlier in the season, added up the points, it puts us on 92 points as a guess for the end of the season. It puts Wickham on 88 points, Charlton on 81 points, and Stockport on 78 points. So Charlton is basically out of it at this stage. They would have to win every single match in order to achieve 90 points, which would then put pressure on us to be doing quite well. But we could still draw 3 matches and outpace them in our run-in for that. But Wickham have the really difficult last 5 or 6 matches. They've got Bolton, Charlton, Lincoln, I think. No, that's not Lincoln. That's Leyton Orient and Stockport in their last 4. So they've a really tough run in there. And basically, we're ahead by 4 points, game in hand. We're ahead of Wickham. We just have to match them, and they have much harder matches.
Do we want to address if Reading do get booted out and the net 2 that we will get, or is that something that you think is too far fetched?
I personally don't think it'll be resolved. I think they will push it to after the end of the season, in which case they can worry about it next season instead of this season. I think that's a little bit unfair because most of the issues are this season and they should be dealt with. And whatever team survives because of it, that would be more fair in my opinion. But that's not working for us, I guess. We're not in a terrible shape. If they get kicked out this season before the end of the season, then they will nullify all their matches, which potentially is horrible if you end up between like 1 or 2 points next to somebody for a playoff spot or the number 2 promotion spot potentially. We would lose 2 points, I think.
2 points. No, we would gain 2.
No,
we would gain 2 points.
Gain 2 points on Wickham.
Yep, and they would lose.
And they would lose. Look, I've done it. It's in the Discord. I put the numbers out in the Discord previously. Basically, it's not terrible for us.
Yeah,
it's not terrible for us.
It's good for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lexi says, so your figures, Patty, that's not losses, but 3 draws allowed to get a result.
No, that's not to get a result. That's on the high end to get a result. Kind of. We can do worse than that, and still get our result. That's not the minimum. This just shows what result we had in the first half of the season. I'm guessing we're going to have similar results.
I thought we lost.
This half.
Did we lose the Cambridge game? We drew to them?
No, we drew.
It felt like a lot. Yeah, it felt like a loss.
Yeah.
Okay. Reading deadline now is moved to April 5th. Okay, there you go. And hey, Sarah, how you doing? Okay, so fair enough. Gaz is in the house. What's going on, my friend? Robert, how you doing? Good to see you. There you go.
Just on the Reading thing, if people aren't aware, there has been an update on that, which kind of messes with things again. So Harvey Nibbs plays for Reading, and his agent has put in a request for a winding up order, which basically means that he is owed money. So he is owed an agent's fees for something that have gone unpaid. You have to have requested your debts numerous times, I think, before you can request a winding up order. So that agent of Harry Nibbs, he's the only person on the contract in the team with this agency, have put that in, which basically, if the court agrees with him, will put the club into administration. And that's an immediate 10-point deduction. So if that happens, then they're absolutely not getting playoffs either.
That's terrible. No, we'll do. We'll get James on from Reading FC away days. He'll definitely. Sorry, just wanted to Gaz. Is it Gaz? Or am I saying? I know I've seen you on X. We follow each other. Just want to get it right. Is that Gaz? Is that correct? I hope I'm saying it correct. And John says we lose 2 points, but Wickham lose the game in hand. I know it's something weird like that, but what's net is we get 2 points.
Yes, yeah. No, we lose 2 points off our total. But Wickham then will lose a game in hand as well.
Right.
So they can't gain 3 points there. So it's almost like a +1.
Yeah. What's going on, Ted? How you doing, my friend? And Wrexham would lose 3 points, and Wicked would lose 1 point. So that's bad for I think that's bad for us. Not good. No, it is good.
No, yeah. So that's why it's 2 points. So we would lose 3. They would lose 1, which makes a 2 difference. But they also lose a match that they're not allowed to play. So that's essentially a 0 for them as well.
Yeah.
They can't gain those points back. So it becomes a 2-point advantage to us.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Jerry or Gaz. I was going to call you
Gaz.
G Unit. There we go. That's going to be G Unit. There we go. Aaron, what you got on all that? Anything in there?
Yeah, no, I mean that's what was funny. This was weird. I literally went through. I was bored at work, and so I started working through all of that. And I was doing it, and I didn't do the other 2 teams. I just did us and Wickham. And then I messaged Patty, and I said, "Hey, look at that! Look what I did today." And he's like, "Yeah, I already did that. I've got a graph." And I'm like, so I think it was somewhere. I think it was the show. You guys, he must have had it up. The show that I couldn't make it, or I was late to.
Yeah.
When I was when I was at work, and I must have missed it when you guys were going through.
I already did that. Yeah.
But yeah, so
you got to work, my friend. You got to work.
it
Brian Burton says we need 21 points. Okay.
I don't think we need
21 out of 24 points available. That's a lot of points, my friends.
We don't need 21.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean,
17.
Oh God.
I think 17's enough.
Oh, can we win tomorrow? We can win tomorrow. I know I'm not. I think it's all getting to me. I think that's the problem. The lights, everything, everything. It's all getting to me. It all is. Scott says Reading and going to an administration may actually work in the favor in regards to sorting the club out and getting that.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. You never know. Listen, we got to do our own business. G is fine. There you go. Now we just got to do our business starting tomorrow. The Exeter game is, it's one. I'm glad we had the week off. But I'm glad we had the week off. But we're going back to Saturday, Tuesdays the next 2 weeks, right? Saturday, Tuesdays are coming in. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. So we gotta keep our feet on the ground. I mean, as long as we do our business, we'll be okay. But Wickham, they play Lincoln tomorrow. Lincoln's not a crap team, but could be an easy win for them. The Brigade on our tail. The 2 games. There's a game before us, right? It's the Charlton and the Huddersfield game. Is that correct?
No, Stockport.
Sorry, but yeah. So not that matters. Remember we beat Stockport on the weekend. Remember that?
I do remember.
Remember that?
I remember. Stonewall penalty. That's what it was.
Oh, sorry. Charlton are playing Huddersfield, so Huddersfield are playing as well. Yeah. That's the Charlton match. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Would be effing awesome if we went out. I think we can do it. I think we can do it too. I just want to be at the end of the bit. Like, great, awesome. There you go.
Okay. Who wants the Hollywood ending? The big horrible finish, the stress, the heart attack.
No.
Welcome to Wrexham is going to get an extra 50,000 followers over in America. You're going to give us even more money. Or who wants to just win tomorrow? Every other team loses. Win Tuesday. Every other team loses, and then we just cruise to the end of the season.
I want to win. I want to win the league or win promotion. At let's see. Let me look at it again. I want to win. I want to win. Now I want to do it. I want to do it at home against Bristol. I want everybody else to be so bad.
Oh wow!
Bristol.
12 points ahead by them.
Yes, that's what I want. That would be fantastic.
Oh man,
not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, everyone's saying no. Get over the line early. No. Hollywood ending. Trust me, you don't want that.
we
go ahead.
Yeah, we want the comfortable run in, and we want it at Charlton, at home, invade the pitch, have a good time, and celebrate at home. Yeah.
But if we go what you're speaking about is we go into the playoffs. We're at Wembley, and we go to penalties, and we win on penalties.
No, I'm not going that far down.
Oh God, no.
Well,
I'm not going that far down.
That's the Hollywood ending.
No, the Hollywood ending can be on the last day. With our old pal Stockport taking out Wickham.
Yeah, but if you're gonna, so you're doing it like you're doing the fake ending, which would be we don't, then you want to get to like, oh my god, if we go to the playoffs, I mean,
if we go to the playoffs at this stage, no, I'm sorry, that's not a great ending. That's a bad end of our season.
Yeah.
Look, I know people talk about jinxing it and all of this, but it really is in our hands now at the moment with the teams we have to play. With Wickham having really difficult teams, like we should be able to keep up with them points for points to the end of the season.
Yeah. Canadian Dragon thinks it's going to be a loss tomorrow. I lost Egypt.
Hope not.
It could be.
It's not the end of the world if it is.
It's not the end of the world. It's not.
It's not. No.
Not ideal either.
We don't buy a ticket for a away match since you're visiting LA. John, I mean, what's wrong with that? You can do that. You can buy a ticket for anything. It's all on you. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, he mean like a home ticket?
A home team. Okay, I've done this, so I can speak on this. I was at our Stockport match 2 years ago in the home side when we got hammered 5-0. It generally is not a problem, actually. But there's a couple of caveats with that. Do not wear a jersey.
No.
Because if somebody spots it, like someone might actually...
Don't celebrate the goal. Don't do anything.
And keep your mouth pretty closed. Sit on your hands and watch the match.
I went away. I was in Southampton. I sat in a friend's Southampton season tickets against Manchester United. And the first thing he said to me was like, don't open your stupid mouth. Shut up and root for Southampton. That's what he told me. I was like, okay, no problem. So I did. And it was fun, but you got a big shut up. Yeah. Nick Handsome says he's going to troll us tomorrow if we draw. Rob is the producer, isn't he? And Wickham still favorites with better goal difference, but we still have but we've been here the last few seasons.
No, they're not. No, I don't agree with that. Wickham still favorites.
I think it's in our hands. I think it's all in our hands.
Yeah, the problem with Wickham is their running is so much more difficult than ours.
Yeah.
If you look, Patty had it on that chart. If you look at the games that they have coming up, the amount of points they dropped to those teams that they've got to play. I mean, they've dropped a lot of points to those same teams that they have to play. So that is why their running is so much worse than ours. So we've got 8 games to play left, and if we get the exact same result as we did in the reverse fixture against those same teams, we'll get 18 points. They've got 9 games left and are only with this, they've got an extra game, but if they get the same results as the return fixtures, we'll only get 17 points from those games. So that's how much harder their run-in is compared to ours.
It's a big one. Michael Wolf, not to get off topic. Yes, there is some kind of change. We'll cover that over the summer too. Looking good, Josh. I thought about Reading EFL suspension deadline April 5th. Wrexham, what would happen to Wickham and points if Reading was suspended? We'd be up 2 points at the end of the day. Sorry, that was back up there too. We'd be up 2 points. And trust Aaron's nerd stats. These are Patty's nerd stats.
Those are Patty's.
A bit of both.
Nerd stats.
But to be fair, I did them on my own, but Patty had already done them. He was way ahead of me.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good to break the numbers down too. It's gonna be fun. Tomorrow's gonna be a great game. As you all know, 1-0 Kings. Let's go. 1-0 Kings.
Hey, I got something I want to talk about if we got time. If you're not in a hurry.
Yeah, go ahead. Do it.
Okay. I was talking to Patty about this today. Okay, so we've been playing this 3-5-1-1 formation.
Yeah.
And I've hated it. I don't like it. Okay. As I was thinking about it today, I think No, I don't love it. But I think if we had the right people, maybe I would. But I think Parky planned on going to this from the beginning of the season, which would explain why he wanted McAtee. He wanted McAtee to come in and play that 10. that makes the McAtee move, if we would have got him, make all the sense in the world. Because at the time, we all wanted a striker, and then he was going for McAtee. It was kind of like, why exactly that? Because that wasn't what we thought we were going after. But if he knew ahead of time he was going to a 1-1 instead of the 2 up front, having 1 in behind like that, McAtee is that player. He is that guy.
He was already playing it. Elliot Lee was playing the role.
Well, and if you remember when we first brought in Rathbone, in the cup games that Rathbone played, we were playing Rathbone behind the striker in the same. So he was doing it then.
Yeah.
We just weren't. None of us really realized, because when we went back to our normal 3-5-2 and we were kicking it up to Palmer, and we had whoever was in at the time was playing off of him just like we usually did. And it wasn't until we started using Elliot Lee in the 10 that we really went to it. But I don't like it. We don't score as well. Now here's the other thing. This, I think, explains the Longman move, because Longman is a player. He's not just a run to the byline and knock the ball in. He will run inside and he attacks, which makes sense if you're trying to play more attacking inside, getting the ball to a 10. Okay, we're not just hitting crosses in all the time like we used to. We're not kicking it to a big target forward. We're cutting inside. And if you remember, before we got Longman, there was an interview with Barney where he was talking about the coaches were telling him they wanted him to run in more and come inside more. That all of that makes sense now, with the context of he wanted to go to this formation all season.
Right.
And so I think the more going forward, probably, into next season, whether we're in the championship or League One, we will see more of that, and he will change the personnel to match that. And I think we'll see a lot more, that type of play that a lot of people like that. We're running, it's exciting when you get your wingbacks running inside and putting balls into a 10. If we can get the right 10, I think that's probably why J-Rod's struggling. I don't think he's a natural 10 like that. So I wonder if that's why he's struggled a little bit and trying to find where he really needs to play.
Well, Smitty likes playing in front by himself, so.
Right, exactly. And and that's the other thing too. Smith is a complete forward. He can do both. He can hold the ball up, but he's got the pace to beat you. Okay.
Minus the right foot. Minus the right foot.
Right. He's one-footed. He's absolutely one-footed, but he can be a hold-up forward, and he can also be the go and beat you in behind, get in behind the defense.
He's a banger.
He's a great player. He's a great player. But I could see, like, if we're playing him, I could see us getting another player similar to him for next season, to have an actual a sub or a replacement if he gets hurt or whatever for him. So I could see that happening next season. I could also see us going for a 10, like a true McAtee type 10, like a legit 10 next season. I think that's what's going on. And
so who thinks McAtee is regretting his choice not to come to us?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not, though. I mean, he might be happy if it was closer to home for him. If it was, and what I don't know if you watched the Fozcast.
I did.
Humphrey actually talked about it. He said it was basically that we gave the same offer that they did, and he just preferred going to Bolton. And, he had his reasons. And,
well, he can prefer staying in League One now, can't he?
Yeah.
Or he could get a move next season.
Yeah, like the NIL. There you go. 4 draws would be dull. 4 draws versus would be dull. Okay, there you go. Talk about that. Plymouth's talking about the draws and the games and everything. Listen, I like McAtee too. But I'll take right now. We're going for experience, and McAtee might not be the guy we need this year. Although I think he's a good player.
I think he would have been. Looking at what he's done for Bolton this season, it's very interesting because a lot of people call him crap, and I don't see that. He has done pretty well, and he hasn't been an absolute starter for them either. He has been rotated in and out because they often play a 3 up the front.
He's played
a 2-1.
Yeah, he's got 11 goals and 3 assists, so I'd take that.
Yeah,
I'd take that.
11 goals. There you go.
Yeah, I'd take that.
11 goals, 3 assists. Started 24 out of 36 matches. He's got almost got a 7. Played 20. Yeah, he's played. He's 25 years old. I mean, he's got bad hair, but what are you going to do? I mean, I think he's a good player, but but I think for right now, I think someone that would maybe listen to the system a little bit more might be the level-headed J-Rod, but maybe it's someone for next year. You never know if we go up. I mean, look at. By the way, look at this though. He can play anywhere right here. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Yeah. I don't know if he's a winger. We don't play that wing, but yeah, he can play that. No. McAtee he does play for Man City. I guess he does. Yeah, he does. And he's got that English bowl cut. He does. McAtee for me looks like a League One player. You want better than that for next season. Well, yeah, I think so. Well, Pumphrey also did say in that same interview, which was great. I got to about 35 minutes of it, so I must have missed that part. It must be later on. We're going to try quadruple our spend. There you go. We'll see. Do we need to focus on Josh analyzing on the hair? Well, I mean, it's a big thing. I mean, that's bad hair. Let's be honest. That's bad lettuce. Patty's got good lettuce. There you go. Yeah. There you go.
I've got hat lettuce.
Yeah, you got hat lettuce too. I got some lettuce. You know what I mean? Ken's got the best lettuce. So Nick says average spend in championship is 150 million GBP.
No,
that's a
lot.
No,
it's not.
Oh, that's not.
No, it's not.
Nick, I don't know. I don't think that's right.
That's not even close to right, Nick.
150 M's. No way. Sunday, bring it up on Sunday. Bring it up on Sunday. All right, boys. Any score predictions and unchanged 11? Is that where we're going? 1-0?
Yeah, unchanged 11, and let me do another 3-0. I think we hammer them tomorrow. Hammer time. Patty?
2-0.
There we go. All right.
We will go defensive tomorrow if we've 2-0.
Yeah. How far is that drive? Do we know? A couple hours? Or they're flying down?
I think that's the longest one, isn't it?
It's a long one, yeah. It's pretty decent.
Okay. It's pretty far away. Plymouth says 3-0. Where do I get my pundit hat? In the down below. That's right. They're down below. The link's in the Etsy description down at the bottom. Yeah. So there you go. Techie says I'll take a win. 2-hour train for me. There you go, Techie. Also, as we get out of here, go listen to his 100th episode. Congratulations to you lot. It was fun to do that, and congrats. And good night, all, says Esteban. Googled it. It's an average of $80 million. There you go, Lexi. The team is already there. They flew by, and 1-0 Palmer scored. Josh Oxley. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Patty, Aaron.
Yep.
Who are you guys? Well, you can talk later. Who's anyone joining Ken tomorrow for the build-up?
If he wants me to,
I'm available. I think he said he'd take you both. He said he'd take you both.
I'm free as well.
Yeah, I think he said he'd take you both, but be careful. There's red cards and yellow cards and whistles.
Yeah, he's probably jealous because he had to go to work today and he couldn't join us tonight. So he wants to spend some time with us. He gets a little jealous. Yeah, it's all right.
All right. Well, build-up show. Go ahead. Sorry, Patty. Go ahead.
Yeah, we might have some extra time tomorrow, seeing as the early matches are on. Maybe we could throw a few extra minutes on it if all of us are going to be there.
Yeah, just if you want to go early, go ahead early. We got that sort of. Yeah, if we want to do that, great. Yeah. So yeah, game day build-up show. We boys be on, and then live watch along, Wrexham time call-in show. No matter what, Patty will be there. And Aaron, I think that's your last one for the season, just because.
I think probably tomorrow probably be the last one for the season for me because kids got soccer and it's a crazy schedule. So we just got the schedule today, and I was like, oh God. So
super. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, big day, and then we got Tuesday coming up, same bits, and then Sunday deep dive on the numbers. Pivot tables incoming, so we'll do that. So anyways, thanks all for coming in. Please smash a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. 2,000 to then 50,001. If you know. Also subscribe to the Global Pundit. We have big plans for the summer on the Global Pundit too. And Sean D said, let's go Wrexham. Hey, have a great one, everyone. See you closer to the match. Hip Karma, get some rest. And Nikki D says good night. And on that bombshell, we'll see you.